Welcome back to Las Vegas Raiders franchise here in Madden 26 franchise mode. We are here with episode 2 in week 2. We're also going to play our week 3 game. We're taking on the Los Angeles Chargers this week, who are currently sitting at 0-1. We are sitting at 1-0. We won our last week's game at 17-14. But if you have not seen episode 1, then I guess that is a pretty big spoiler. But we do have a primetime game going up against a divisional opponent here, and there's no injuries for either side today, so we are both going to be playing at full strength. And to be quite frank, that's what I would prefer. I don't want to play injured team. I would much rather play a team at full strength. But just looking at league leaders, we do not have anyone. The Chargers do have wide receiver Ladd McConkey in at second place for receiving yards, so he had 2 touchdowns, 121 yards, and they lost. I don't know who the Chargers played week 1, but oh no, it was the Chiefs, that's right, because it was the first game of the season. Well, I guess we do have an injury now. Darnay Holmes is out with a left foot turf toe injury he got in practice, so yeah, I guess we're down a corner today. I think he was only cornerback 3 if I'm not mistaken, which, I mean, that is still a starting corner. But yeah, I guess we'll be down a corner for today. But yeah, with that being said, we will jump right into our game. There we got Charles Woodson, I believe, unless I don't know ball. And we got the fans, I almost said Oakland, the Las Vegas fans out there as we run out onto the field taking on a division rival. So the Chargers last week gained 138 yards and gave up 334. And as for us, we allowed 166 and we only won by 3. And we outgained them by almost 200 and we only won by 3. So we are receiving. I would much rather prefer to kick, but it is what it is. I like the Monday night scoreboard, how they have it different for when you have primetime games. But yeah, we'll get this return going and we'll get it up to the 37-yard line. So last game we were really not able to get rookie ASHTON JEANTY going, which was very unfortunate. I really was excited to use him, but hopefully that will change this game. So we're going to start this game with a handoff here to ASHTON JEANTY right up the middle. I like the way this box looks. I think we should have something, and we get a good cut, a nice broken tackle, gain of 5. And we'll go right back to him on second down. ASHTON JEANTY to the right side. I should have cut that left. Yeah, that was bad. Now we have 3rd and 5 on the 42-yard line here on our opening drive. I like Brock Bowers here. Maybe Jack Betch. We'll just see. And they're sending the pressure, and Brock Bowers just doesn't get out. And yeah, that's very frustrating. Brock Bowers got stuck on someone. He would have been wide open. So we only gained 2 yards. The 44-yard line, maybe this is a spot we go for. I mean, it is only our opening drive. Okay, you know what? We'll keep the offense out here on our opening drive. I like the way this box looks, and Brock Bowers is going to get open. Geno Smith throws it on the money. Brock Bowers gets us just enough. We're on the 49-yard line. And now here we have another 3rd and 5, this time on the 46-yard line. We're going to run mesh spot. I do like Brock Bowers in this spot. Of course, he did just have the 4th down pickup. But we're going to hit Jacoby Myers. Oh, no, not Jacoby Myers. Trey Tucker. I'm not used to seeing him coming off the left side. Usually it's Jacoby Myers. But we'll go with a slip screen here on 2nd and goal. Go to ASHTON JEANTY. Dude, you're kidding. You are actually joking. We drop a screen pass. Dude, what in the world? So I guess ASHTON JEANTY just decided to not face the quarterback on a screen, but it still goes into his hands. He just doesn't get the catch. So yeah, we have 3rd and 10. Well, not 3rd and 10. 3rd and goal from the 10. If this is man coverage, JEANTY gets open, but I really don't think this is man coverage, so we'll just have to see what happens. You know, we'll throw it to JEANTY anyways. And can ASHTON... Oh, he got so close. Okay, that was very close. We get it to 1-yard line. Do I go for it here? I mean, the CPU wants me to. Okay, we already went for it once on this drive. We are on like the half-inch line. It doesn't even look like we're on the 1-yard line, but we're going to put the ball in the air here. I'll put Trey Tucker on an out route and see. He does not get open. We will go to Michael Mayer here, and he brings it in. We score the first touchdown of the game. Geno Smith to Michael Mayer. So we strike first here in this divisional matchup on Monday night. And yeah, Geno Smith throws it right on the money. We could have probably hit up ASHTON JEANTY there too. He looked to be a little bit open. But regardless though, we got the touchdown. That's all that matters. And we will make this 7-0 with this kick from Daniel Carlson here. Oh, Jermaine Pratt, acrobatic play, gets the interception. Justin Herbert threw it like right at him there. I have no idea what he was thinking. But Jermaine Pratt gets up, makes the interception. So yeah, I really don't know what Justin Herbert was thinking here. I mean, I guess he's trying to throw it to this window, but I mean, he threw that way too early because that's literally right to Jermaine Pratt. And yeah, he gets the interception. Doesn't get too much of a return, but I mean, he was kind of surrounded pretty much right after he caught it. But yeah, great play. We get a takeaway there. I think that's actually our first takeaway of the season, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, great play by Jermaine Pratt. We take over on the 47. Okay, now we got first and goal here from the 7-yard line. We are going to put this ball back into ASHTON JEANTY's hands and see if he can bring us into the end zone. Oh, that was so close. Okay, we're going to give it back to him on second down from the 2-yard line. I like how this box looks. I might just dive over the line. We'll see. Maybe that could work, and I don't even have to. ASHTON JEANTY is going to walk into the end zone, and I believe that's his first career rushing touchdown. I know he did have a receiving one last game, if I'm not mistaken. But ASHTON JEANTY is going to score us our second touchdown of the game. First and 10 here for the Chargers on the 19-yard line. It took them 2 plays to get this far. We are approaching the 2-minute warning, though. It is going to be a handoff to Najee Harris, I believe that is, and we'll wrap him up for only a gain of 1. Now we have 2nd and 9 after the 2-minute warning has come and gone. We will see what the Chargers have. I think, yeah, it is going to be a pass here. It's going to be a quick pass to Ladd McConkey. We are going to stop him short of the first down line. 3rd and 3 here from the 12-yard line. We are going to save our timeouts just because it's possible they pick up a first down. But we'll get on Jamal Adams here, and we just have nobody on their wide receiver, and they pick up the first down. They're on the 7-yard line now. So first and goal from the 7 here for the Chargers as we approach under a minute. Well, not approach. We are under a minute left to go in this first half. I'm going to send Quentin Johnston in motion, and the pass is going to be to him, and we knock him into the end zone. Chargers score their first touchdown of the game here with 47 seconds to go in the first half. That's disappointing. I probably could have been on that, and I probably should have been on that, but I mean, accidents happen. It was a 6-play, 83-yard drive for the Chargers. So we'll see if we can put some points on the board before half, and we'll see if we can get Brock Bowers. And that was a very high throw, but it's complete. We'll call our first timeout. So now we have 1st and 10. They are going man up 3 deep. I will never understand why this CPU does that. Unless it's a Hail Mary, I really don't understand it, but yeah, we're going to put Jack Betch on a very deep out route, and we'll see, maybe we get Brock Bowers here over the middle and see what he can do. And yeah, he's wide open. We'll just hit up Brock Bowers, and we'll pick up a ton of yardage. We are in field goal range. We're on the 37-yard line with 32 seconds to go. And now here on 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line, I'm looking for Trey Tucker deep. I don't think we'll have him, though, because, yeah, he is pretty contested there. We'll just throw it away, save our timeout, just not get sacked. And now 2nd and 10, I'm looking for Brock Bowers here. I think he gets open. He does not. Oh, I probably could have thrown that to X, and I stuttered hard. 20 seconds to go in the first half. I'm going to try and be conservative here, but I think Jakobi Meyers does have a chance at a touchdown. If not, we'll just throw it away. And yeah, he really doesn't. We'll just throw it away. 15 seconds to go. So I think we have like 1 or 2 more tries at the end zone here. I don't want to risk it too much, but we will see what we can do here. I'm going to put Jakobi Meyers on a very deep out route. So we'll see what we can do here, and yeah, there's really nothing. We'll just throw this away. 9 seconds to go. I think I'd probably just kick it here. I don't really think I can get anything short. So we'll just kick it here. They'll probably have about 5 seconds-ish maybe to get a kickoff return. So we'll kick this and make this a 17-7 game. So the Chargers will run a Hail Mary here with 5 seconds to go, and Quentin Johnston got open, but the ball was tipped, but everyone was facing away from the ball. So no Mickey interception at the end there. We go into half up 10 points. We do kick off to start the second half. And we got the Falcons and the Vikings here. Of course, the Vikings are my favorite team if you're new here. And so J.J. McCarthy dropping back is going to throw an absolute dime to T.J. Hawkinson for a touchdown. One-hander, 21-18. I hope to see that in real life tomorrow because I'm recording this on Saturday. But I hope to see that, T.J. Hawkinson. But it shows it being a day game, even though that's a Sunday night game. But that's besides the point. Chiefs, Eagles, it's going to be a handoff to Isaiah Pacheco. Of course, this is the Super Bowl rematch. and he's going to walk into the end zone 17-14. Honestly, I hope this game, when it actually happens, it's a pretty high scoring one. That would be a pretty fun one to watch, but anything interesting around the league? I mean, 45-27, Packers won. Oh, dude, that was so close. I probably should have held Y. That might have been a pick if I held Y. That was so close. So we have a 3rd and 5 here for the Chargers on their opening drive of the second half. I presume this is going to be a pass. I would be shocked if they ran it, to be quite frank. We'll use our Landon Roberts here and just leave a wide receiver wide open. We have no pressure on the quarterback all game. And Justin Herbert had 40 seconds in the pocket. Throws it to his tight end, I believe that was. And yeah, they get it to the 31. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line here for the Chargers. They have had a very good drive. I have not really been able to stop them. I mean, they're on the 4-yard line, so obviously I haven't really been able to stop them. But we'll see if we can make the goal line stand here on the 4-yard line as the play clock gets down to 2. And maybe that could have been a pick there, but we get a pass breakup. 2nd and goal here. I assume this is going to be another pass unless RPO, Justin Herbert still has it. We cannot force a fumble, and that counts as a sack. I figured he was running. It looked like he was running. I guess designed quarterback runs behind the line of scrimmage. Just like, I know that was an RPO, but he was very clearly running, so I mean, I guess we'll take it. We're on the 8-yard line now. That's our first sack of the game. So here we go, 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Justin Herbert drops back the pass. We're going to be in our zone, and we get the stop. Okay, I thought he was going to walk into the end zone there, but we stop him on the 1-yard line. Is that Tyler Higbee? No, that's not. Is that Tyler Conklin? I think that is Tyler Conklin. That kind of looks like what he looks like in Madden. But the Chargers are going for it here on 4th and goal from the 1. Might we see another RPO here? We will just see a handoff. We are able to stuff him. Amari and Hampton is not able to get into the end zone. We complete the goal line stand, but we have the ball on the 1. So of course, we are going to hand this ball off to our 1st round draft pick from this past year. ASHTON JEANTY is going to get us a little bit of space to the 2-yard line. 2nd and 8 from the 2-yard line here. Let's see if ASHTON JEANTY can get us more space. Stay on the 2-yard line. Now we got 3rd and 9 from the 2-yard line. We are going to toss this ball off to ASHTON JEANTY. He's going to get some space and get us to the 15-yard line. That's a huge pickup there that keeps this drive going. So the first play of the 4th quarter here is going to be a 3rd and 3 from the 22-yard line. We do have a 2-score lead with 7 minutes to go. I think I am going to change it to 8-minute quarters. I know I did say I would do that last episode, and I get sacked. Yeah, I was too busy talking. I forgot we had a play to run. So this is going to be our first punt of the game from the 11-yard line, and they are coming after this one. So hopefully AJ Cole is able to get it away, and it's a scripted block. Okay, I really thought that was a scripted block because it took like 40 seconds for AJ Cole to actually punt it, but thankfully it's not. Also, another thing I noticed on these scripted punts, when you watch how the ball gets snapped, it just snaps really weird for some reason, and that's how it gives the CPU enough time to actually come in and block it. And as you can see, AJ Cole like fumbles with the ball for 30 seconds for no reason. Almost as a block, but thankfully it's not. I really thought that was going to be a scripted block. Well, I mean, it was supposed to be, but it just didn't happen, thankfully. And yeah, the Chargers get the ball back on the 49-yard line instead of it being a touchdown. So 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line here. The Chargers have been driving down the field. We do need to make a stop though. There is just, around 4 minutes to go. And we do hold a 2-score lead, so the clock is in our favor here, but ideally the Chargers just don't score at all. And did they just have an offensive lineman? Is 79 a tight end? Or did they just have an offensive lineman run a route? I have no idea, but it's 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. We need to lock in, and it's going to be a handoff to Amari and Hampton, and we stop the rookie just short. On the 2-yard line, they are going hurry up. Hopefully it's not a run, because I do not think we can stop another run. And can we get there? We cannot. Amari and Hampton is going to just barely get into the end zone, and the Chargers are going to make this a 14-17 game. So 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. We only hold a 3-point lead, so we can't just run it 3 times and hope to get a first down. We're going to have to get aggressive here. We'll probably throw it on second down, just depending on how this run goes with ASHTON JEANTY. So I tried to cut left, and the cut works. We get it up to the 31-yard line. Gain of 6, huge gain there. So after that gain of 6, we're going to hand this ball right back to ASHTON JEANTY, and he's going to get us to the 45-yard line. So ASHTON JEANTY did have a kind of a slow start to the game, but he's really picking it up when we need him, and the Chargers do not call a timeout. So we will take this down to the 2-minute warning. So now we are in a spot where they know we're going to run it. We're going to hand it off anyways. ASHTON JEANTY has a ton of space, and he's going to get us to the 37-yard line. That is a huge pickup for the rookie there, flipping the field, and that is going to put us in field goal range. And now we are really in a position where we can just run the ball 3 times here. So we're going to hand this ball off to ASHTON JEANTY, and it looked like he was going to have a ton of space there, but if he picked up the first down, that's game. ASHTON JEANTY just sealed the game with 2 huge runs in the 4th quarter. And is that not game? Are we not able to kneel it out? I guess maybe technically not. I thought 2 first downs was all we needed, but I guess not. So we'll hand this ball off back to ASHTON JEANTY. This time he does get stuffed for just a gain of 1. I guess technically if they stop us, they will have 7 seconds to go. So I guess the game is not technically over unless we're able to run 7 seconds off. And a great wear and tear report there. I'm very informed there, but yeah, I think we can just run it one more time. Slight voice crack there, but we'll ignore that. So if we take this clock all the way down, they'll have roughly like 20-ish seconds to go. So yeah, we'll just run it one more time. We'll bring this clock all the way down. We'll kick a field goal. So yeah, we'll just kick a field goal here. There'll be about roughly 20 seconds to go, assuming they don't take the ball out on the kick return. So yeah, we'll just kick this field goal. Is that going to miss? Okay, thank goodness. I thought I was going to miss because I filled the bar. But yeah, we make this a 6-point game. They cannot tie it. The holder got destroyed there, but I guess that is what it is. 18 seconds to go, unless they return this, which would be a very interesting decision considering they have no timeouts, but we'll see. It's not going to be returned. Okay, 35-yard line. So realistically here, we do not need to send pressure. We can just drop everybody back into coverage, and we can run man. This is something I have not done all game, simply because I just do not trust our cornerbacks in man coverage. So yeah, we'll just drop everybody back. We'll play deep coverage, and we cannot allow that, but I don't think they're going to be able to get up to the line in time. I guess maybe he can spike it. Yeah, with 7 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, Justin Herbert does get the spike off. They'll have a chance for a Hail Mary. They will have a chance to throw a Hail Mary. So, last play of the game, Hail Mary. Let's see if Justin Herbert, he does have the arm. He gets into the end zone and is knocked down. No final touchdown here for the Chargers. We are going to improve to 2-0, 20-14. The Las Vegas Raiders have won their first divisional game of the season and first in the Ryan Anderson head coach era. I believe ASHTON JEANTY will be the player of the game. But yeah, we will quickly just go over stats before we hop into game number 2. So yeah, Geno Smith, 13-17, 133 yards, did have the 1 touchdown, 118 rating on the day for Geno, 18 rushes, 84 yards, and a 4.6 average for ASHTON JEANTY. Did have the 1 touchdown as well, so this was a much better game compared to last game, which granted, last game wasn't like a bad game, but it just was not good. It was like an average game, we'll say that. But yeah, ASHTON JEANTY, great game. Justin Herbert averaged 30 yards, and Raheem Mostert averaged -1 yards for his 1 rushing attempt. But as for receiving yards, Brock Bowers did lead the way, 6 catches for 100 yards for him. Our next leading receiver was Trey Tucker, 2 for 13, and then ASHTON JEANTY, 1 for 9. Michael Mayer did have 2 for 5. Jacoby Myers, 1 for 4. And Jack Batch, the rookie, got involved, 1 catch for 2 yards. But as for defensive stats, we did have the 1 sack, which really wasn't a sack, but it counted as a sack, so I guess we'll take that. Did have the 1. They also had 1 as well, so only 2 sacks all game. Did also have the Jermaine Pratt interception. Can't forget about that one, but there was no forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries. Nothing was blocked. We almost did have a blocked punt, which would have been very unfortunate, but yeah, that's about it for game number 1 of this video. We will go on to game number 2. But just really quick, before we get into game number 2, we do have some extensions to look at, and currently we are sitting at $136 million in cap room, which is going to be plenty of cap space to extend whoever I want to here. So I was thinking Jakobi Meyers, of course he is wide receiver 1 for us. He wants a 3-year extension, he's 28 years old, and the thing with this is I do like Jakobi Meyers, I do think he's a really good receiver. The problem is I don't really utilize him that much. Like through the past 2 games that we've played, I don't really think I've thrown the ball to him all that much. I'm mostly targeting Brock Bowers and handing the ball off to ASHTON JEANTY, so like I'll probably end up extending him. However, I'm also going to look into trading him as well. So Jakobi Meyers, he is a possible trade candidate. I'm pretty sure he also did request a trade in real life anyways, so it's possible I trade him. But outside of that, Eric Stokes, I'll probably end up extending him. He's only 26, so I would say a 2-year deal would be pretty good. I won't do it this week, but probably within the next couple of weeks. He does have star dev, so that's solid. Jermaine Pratt, he is on the older side, but you know, he has been playing very well. Of course, he did just have the interception in that last game, and I don't think he wants all that much. Like, yeah, $5 million a year, like for a 79 overall cornerback, or not cornerback, linebacker. That's actually not very bad. That's actually pretty decent. Even though he is on the older side, I would be pretty willing to give him that. Dylan Parham, I think I'll probably end up bringing him back. Jamal Adams, probably not. And I think that will probably be it. I don't think I'll be extending any of these guys. So yeah, it'll mostly just be the guys that I mentioned. The rest of these guys I'll probably just end up letting walk. Daniel Carlson, he's 30 years old already. Goodness gracious, wow. I remember the game before he got cut from the Vikings where he missed like 3 kicks or something like that. Like, that was a crazy game. I remember watching that one, but I mean, I'll probably end up extending him. I mean, he's a 78 overall, so for a kicker, I mean, that's pretty decent. Yeah, Tyree Wilson, 5th-year option. We are not going to be accepting that. I'm not going to give a 73 overall $12 million a year. Well, just for a 1-season thing. But yeah, with that being said, we take on Washington this week. We do not have any injuries, so we are at full strength today. And they are an 85 overall team, 87 offense, 83 defense. So they definitely outrank us by a significant number. But hopefully today we are able to pull off the upset here on the road. So we will just hop into this game and we'll see if we can improve on to 3-0 on the season here. And the Commanders last week, they gained 10 more yards than they gave up. So, and one of their coaches was like phasing through players. That's definitely an interesting one. But yeah, we're returning again back-to-back weeks. I would much rather kick off to start the game, but it is what it is. We'll see if we can return this for a touchdown. Probably not. Oh, there's a lane. Okay, maybe I overestimated the lane, but we get it to the 39-yard line. We'll take that. Geno Smith is going to take the field, 34 years old, 6'3", so just 2 inches shorter than I am. And of course, we are going to start this game with a handoff to ASHTON JEANTY. Couldn't do it any other way, and gain of 7. We'll take that. Jakobi Meyers, what a grab. I know I just said like 2 minutes ago I don't really throw him the ball too much, but wow, Jakobi Meyers makes a great grab there, gets hit in the air. There's 3 defenders around him, and he gets hit as he falls to the ground too. Still maintains possession. He got sandwiched there, wow. But yeah, we have the ball on the 4-yard line here. We are going to start this goal line push off with a handoff to ASHTON JEANTY. There's a hole. Can we get through? We get wrapped from behind, and ASHTON JEANTY is down. Oh, but he gets right back up. So I guess the injury wasn't all that bad. I mean, yeah, he's just on the sideline. He didn't go to the locker room, so I guess it wasn't that bad of an injury. That was definitely interesting to say the least. But we have Raheem Mostert out here now. We're going to hand this ball off again on 2nd down, and Raheem Mostert is going to slip right into the end zone, and Raheem Mostert's going to hit the gritty. But we strike first here on the road. Raheem Mostert gets us on the board, and I believe that's his first touchdown on the season. We'll kick the extra point, make this 7-0, and I believe now it will show us ASHTON JEANTY's status. I guess not. 7-play drive, 62 yards. Will it show? Okay, just a pectoral sprain. So he'll be back in soon. We'll just substitute Raheem Mostert for now. Oh, there we go. Adam Butler gets in the backfield. 5-yard loss on the sack. Adam Butler picks up our first sack of the game. And it is going to be a 3rd and 15 situation here for Washington. They're going empty. I'm kind of tempted to blitz here, but we're not going to. We're just going to stay in cover 3. Let's stay on Jermaine Pratt here, and it's just going to be a check down. So it is 3rd and 8 here on the 28-yard line for us. I'm looking for Michael Mayer. Actually, probably Brock Bowers. I guess we'll see who gets open here, and neither of the two, but we'll throw it to Michael Mayer, and he's 4th and inches. What? Are you serious? There's no way that's 4th and inches. We got to look at a replay here. I might throw the challenge flag. We'll see. All right, so he makes the catch here, well past the 1st down yard line. Is this not forward progress? Is it because he moved forward without getting pushed, so it's not technically forward progress? I think that's the only explanation here. Yeah, I don't even think I can challenge this because he just does not get touched and he just moves forward on his own. So yeah, I don't even think there's a point to throw the challenge flag. It's just going to be 4th and inches no matter what. So yeah, I think we'll just keep the offense out here, honestly. I think we can run a fullback dive with Michael Mayer up the middle and pick this up, even though he did just have the sell to put us in this position. But we'll hand the ball right off to him, and we almost didn't get it, but Raheem Mostert picked up the block last second. And Michael Mayer gains us, I think that was 3 on the play. But we get the 1st down, that's all that matters. And ASHTON JEANTY is still out with his injury, so hopefully in the 2nd quarter he's back. But we're going to hand this ball off to Raheem Mostert. He had the touchdown on the last drive, of course, and he has a gain of, it looks like 11 there, so big pickup for Raheem Mostert there. Now 1st and goal from the 7. This is probably going to be the last play of the 1st quarter. We will see. Oh, I could have hit up Brock Bowers, but Michael Mayer is going to get us to the 1-yard line. He almost snuck it in there. But yeah, I definitely could have thrown that to Brock Bowers if I had just waited a second, but yeah, I mean, I like the way this box looks. 2 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. We will hand this ball off to Raheem Mostert. And I should have cut left. I just ran right into him. And ASHTON JEANTY is still out of the game, and Brock Bowers is not in the game here. So we'll see if we can get Trey Tucker here. He is open, and Trey Tucker holds on to the ball. It is going to be a touchdown, our 2nd of the game. And I believe that is Trey Tucker's 1st on the season. 1st of many, hopefully, because he is still developing. We'll kick this extra point and make this a 14-0 game here. And how many plays was that drive? 9-play drive, 61 yards. 3rd and 6 here for Washington from the 43-yard line. I don't think they'll go for this, honestly, and it's going to be, oh, it's a read option. Max Crosby, fumble! And, oh, I thought Max Crosby caught it, but he recovered it. It looked like he caught it. But yeah, Max Crosby, huge hit, picks up the fumble. That's our 1st takeaway of the game. I'm going to have to look at a replay on this because it looked like he caught it out of the air. The camera flipped as soon as he hit him, so I thought he caught it, but I mean, I guess it is on his hand right here, so I guess that's why the camera flipped, and he gets put into a pickup animation. But regardless though, we get the ball back, and ASHTON JEANTY is back out on the field, so of course we are going to hand this ball right after to him, and we lose a yard. Trey Tucker brings it in, and he gets his 2nd touchdown of the game. Trey Tucker, 1 off the line, and he uses his speed. Got a step on him. Geno Smith throws a dime in there, and Trey Tucker brings in his 2nd touchdown of the game, utilizing that speed. I'm pretty sure his speed is in the high 90s, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Trey Tucker really utilizing that speed, and we are going to make this a 3-score game here on the road. So with how these past 3 games have gone, I think I might need to make an adjustment to the sliders. I do use the default sliders in all Madden and everything like that, so I'll probably end up making an adjustment to the sliders after this game. So any adjustments I make, I will let you guys know about those prior to our next game. But as for now, we have the rest of this game to focus on. So we have 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Washington has the ball on the 26-yard line. 2nd and 7. We almost got to Jaden Daniels there, but he's able to get the ball out, get it up to the 19-yard line. And as we can see on the bottom of our screen, Chiefs and Eagles, no score there. I have no idea why that keeps happening, but it was happening in episode 1 as well. But yeah, 3rd and 1 here from the 10-yard line. We will see what the Washington offense has cooked up here. It is going to be a run, and I just got my ankles broken. Yeah, I should have been on that. I got cooked there. But yeah, it was bound to happen eventually. Jaden Daniels rushes in for a touchdown. Yeah, I should have been on that. I can't believe I missed that. That's pretty bad. And yeah, the CPU just gets into man up 3 deep for literally no reason in this spot, so we will take full advantage of that and get us even more real estate here as we throw this ball to Jack Batch and get us to the 32-yard line. So yeah, we're in field goal range because of that horrible play call. And now with 27 seconds to go and 1 timeout, I think we can get a little bit closer and then just take a few more shots at the end zone. But Brock Bowers is open. That was a horrible decision by me. Dude, Brock Bowers is open, but I was throwing that off the back foot across the field. That could have gone a lot worse. Thankfully, it went to nobody. But yeah, that was a horrible decision by me. But anyways, though, we have 2nd and 10 here from the 32-yard line. And I kind of like Jacoby Myers off the snap, but he really wasn't able to get anything. So we'll get it to the 14, or not the 14, we'll get it to the 21 with 14 seconds to go. So now we'll just take a couple of chances at the end zone. If there's something there, we'll throw it. And if not, we'll just end up taking 3 points. We'll see on 1st down if we're able to get anything. Nope. There's a lot of pressure though. That got pretty close. 9 seconds. I think we have time for one more play. We'll take one more chance. So we'll put Brock Bowers on an out route here. I'm pretty sure this is going to be zone coverage, so maybe that will bring the safety down, and if it does, then Jacoby Myers will be wide open. But we'll see if that works out. Oh, I could have thrown that to Jack Batch, but yeah, I sold a little bit. I mean, it would have been a risky throw, so I guess it is what it is. But yeah, we'll take our 3 points. That is better than nothing, and we will make this a 24-7 game going into half. So here we have the Dolphins and Bills, a divisional matchup here. Tua's going to throw this ball to Darren Waller, who stiff arms a man and gets into the end zone. I believe that's Darren Waller. Yeah, that is. And he's going to do a handstand. Dolphins win 20-7. Texans Jaguars, we have another divisional matchup going on in week 3. It's a rainy game down in Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence is running around. Is he going to scramble? He is. He's going to scramble in for the touchdown. 11-14, 126. No passing touchdowns, but he did have a rushing touchdown in the Jaguars win over the Texans and Colts Titans. So another divisional matchup here. And it's going to be a handoff to Tony Pollard, who's going to make a man miss, and he's going to fight through contact and get into the end zone. Cam Ward did not throw a single pass though, but they won 13-10, so I guess that game plan must have worked out. These are the scores around the league, but I didn't see any blowouts or anything like that. But as for our game, Geno Smith, 10-14, 197, 2 touchdowns. Been a great game for Geno Smith. Of course, ASHTON JEANTY was injured in the first quarter. He did miss a lot of time, but he has played pretty well so far, so hopefully he's able to continue that, as we do have a big lead, 17 points in the second half. And it's possible if we extend our lead even further that Aiden O'Connell might get some time. So stay tuned for that as Max Crosby gets another strip sack on Jane Daniels. Well, I guess the first one wasn't a strip sack. The first one was just a tackle, but Max Crosby got in there quick, wow. But one of the linemen was able to recover it. It is still a loss of 6 though, and of course a loss of down. So Max Crosby came up clutch. I think that's his first sack of the season in week 3, which is kind of surprising considering it's like Max Crosby, but he has been pretty well blocked, so it is what it is. But this is going to be a quick dump off to Zach Ertz, and they're going to have a gain of 0, 3rd and 16. What do the Commanders have in store for this 3rd and 16 play? It is going to be a pass, as we all expected. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that, dude. I knew the ball was going there. And I just broke on it way too late. I sold so bad on that one, dude. I knew for a fact he was going to throw there. I just broke on it way too late, and I missed the tackle completely, and they had a big gain there. That's completely my fault. That should have been a stop. So now we have 3rd and 6 from the 46. I think I do want to blitz here. I don't really trust this team in man coverage, but we're going to risk it, and can we get a stop? We can! D'Anthony Porter is able to get the interception on Terry McLaurin, and we get our second takeaway of the game. Oh, it's Darian Porter. Oh my gosh, I messed up his name. Okay, that's actually so embarrassing that I messed up his name. I have no idea why I even thought that, but we will ignore that. But anyways, though, like I said, I don't really trust this team in man coverage, but Darian Porter just proved as to why I should. This is great coverage. Like, I mean, he's right on Terry McLaurin. I don't even know why Jane Daniels threw that. And, I mean, this is a pretty good throw, too. Like, this is on the money, but Darian Porter shows off the vertical leap, gets his hands up, not even looking at the ball, and comes down with the interception. Great play by the rookie there. And yeah, we get our second takeaway of the game. The defense has really played very well this game, and that is going to lead us into another ASHTON JEANTY handoff here, and that did not go that well. And we get a very informative wear and tear report. So we'll take the snap here on 3rd and 14 and see Jack Betch. Very risky throw. Yeah, that was way too risky of a throw. Brock Bowers is going to get the tackle. I should not have thrown that. I mean, it looked like he was open for a split second, but yeah, that was just a bad decision. I forced it. I probably should have just taken a check down and seen if I could. I mean, he does look like he's kind of open. I don't know if that's like an underthrow. I mean, I did throw a bullet pass, so I guess it's kind of on me. Maybe I should have thrown a touch pass. But I mean, I guess my only other option here is probably go Brock Bowers, or maybe if I throw it like right here. Yeah, if I throw that earlier, that's a better decision. But yeah, I threw it a little too late. Throw the interception. Is what it is. They get very good field position, so the defense will have to make a stand. Well, it's another read option. Are we able to? And he dives, of course. I was going to say if we're able to strip the ball from him again, but I guess he learned his lesson. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 4-yard line here. I don't like this. I think it's going to be a run. Well, I mean, of course I don't like this. We're backed up on the 4-yard line, and it looked like that was another read option there, but that should have been a loss. But Brian Robinson was able to fight forward and get back to the line. So I think from 2nd and goal, we're going to send a little pressure here. There's going to be some motion across to Deebo Samuel, and he's going to go in untouched into the end zone. That's the 2nd touchdown on the game for Washington. They did start in plus territory, so I can't get too mad at the defense there. They've played a pretty good game. But yeah, Deebo Samuel just gets the touch pass, and the Commanders are going to make this 14-24 with just under 2 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. And now we are in a 3rd and 11 situation here on the 26-yard line. I'm looking for Brock Bowers over the middle here, and he's not really able to get open. But Michael Mayer, he's able to make the catch, but unfortunately he's brought down. Was that Daron Payne? Oh, no, that was on Geno Smith. Okay, I thought Daron Payne was in coverage there. I was going to say there's no way. But yeah, Daron Payne, he does get a hit on Geno Smith. He did have some pressure there. But Geno Smith is able to still throw a pretty good pass under pressure. We're just not able to pick up the 1st down, and we really have no choice but to punt. Wow, is he going to score? There's no way. Please catch him, Eric Stokes. Okay, Eric Stokes gets him out at the 1. Eric Stokes showing off the speed. Yeah, I guess blitzing just is not going to work. They really beat us there, and they get it to the 1-yard line. We need a stop here, because if they make this a 1-possession game, then, you know, then it's not good, because the game's close. It's going to be a triple option, and we are able to stop Brian Robinson Jr. at the 1. All right, it's going to be 2nd and goal here from the 1-yard line. I think a read option is coming here, if I'm going to be completely honest. And yeah, wow, who would have thought? Another read option. And yeah, Jaden Daniels walks it in for his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders have officially made this a 1-score game. And if this extra point goes through, it's going to be just a field goal game. So we really have to lock in on offense. We got to put some points on the board, or at the very least take a lot of time off the clock, because there's still 6 minutes 14 seconds to go. So this game is far from over. We need to hold on to the ball for as long as possible and ideally put a touchdown on the board. But ASHTON JEANTY is still out, so that is going to make things a lot tougher for us, and we have a gain of 3 on 1st down. And now after an incompletion, it is 3rd and 7 here from the 30-yard line. I like Jacoby Myers and Raheem Mostert here, maybe Brock Bowers. I'm not really looking at the go routes, so we're just looking to pick up the 1st down. And we're just going to have to throw this to Raheem Mostert, and it's a little bit of an overthrow. But even if he caught that, it might have been a pass breakup. And yeah, we're getting forced to punt on back-to-back drives. That is not ideal at all. This game is really slipping out of our hands, and it's been due to a lot. And that was, oh, it's going to be roughing the punter. Thank goodness. I thought that was a scripted block for a second. I mean, it looked like a scripted block. But thankfully, we get bailed out. It's going to be a roughing the punter penalty. We'll accept that, of course, and we are back out on offense from the 45-yard line. So that's a huge mistake by the Washington special teams unit. And here we have 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line as we approach the 2-minute warning. We will have to run one more play, and that will be a handoff to Raheem Mostert here. And that'll be a nice 4-yard gain, and we will take this down to the 2-minute warning. So we are in field goal range. However, this box is wide open. So we're going to hand this ball off right to Raheem Mostert. Of course. We get stopped there for a gain of 0. I thought that was going to be like maybe even a touchdown. The box was wide open there. Of course, it's a cover 4 play, but they just instantly are on that. That makes total sense. But yeah, I think we have to put the ball in the air here. So 3rd and 6. I mean, even if I do take a sack, I don't think that's the worst thing because they will have to burn a timeout. But Jacoby Myers is able to win off the press, and he is going to get open and into the end zone. Huge play by Jacoby Myers. And I was just talking about trading this guy like half an hour ago, but he has really stepped up in this game. He's made a lot of clutch catches, and he just made the clutchest one of the game. Gets us into the end zone to make this a 2-score game as we are under the 2-minute warning. So that was a great play there. Oh wow, what a drop by Zach Ertz. That's crazy, dude. So the Commanders have 1:40 here to go. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. They are trying to make a 2-score comeback, and Jamal Adams is there for the user lurk, and that is going to do it here in Washington. Jamal Adams is going to get us the game-winning interception. Even though we can't kneel the clock out quite yet, that is going to be game. We'll just hand this ball off to Raheem Mostert, and of course, we're going to have to use an injury timeout, but he gets right up. So we've had 2 of our running backs go down this game. But anyways, though, we'll just hand this off to Zamir White. The Commanders will use their 2nd timeout, and we're just going to substitute Raheem Mostert. There's no point to keep him out there. But yeah, the Commanders will have a chance to get the ball back, but they're not really going to do anything. I highly doubt they'll score 2 touchdowns in the amount of time that they have. So yeah, I'm going to call this game where it's at. I think this is game over, even though it's not technically over. But yeah, this is about the point in time of the video where I talk about the other Madden content I have up on my channel. So if Madden franchise content is something you are interested in, that is like the main thing that I do on this channel. I do speeder builds, which are basically just 10-minute rebuild challenges of teams where I just try and turn them into a Super Bowl winning team in just 10 minutes for a 1-season simulation. So I have a couple of those up on my channel. If you're interested, feel free to check those out. And I also will be doing fantasy draft content as well, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, like I said, if you enjoy Madden franchise content, I have a ton on my channel already, and I will be posting a ton more throughout the year, so stay tuned for all of that. But yeah, like I said, this game is pretty much over. Huge hit. I believe that was Jermaine Pratt. Gets the pass break up there. 4th and 2. The Commanders will, of course, be going for this. So we're going to send some pressure here on 4th and 2, and we'll make Jane Daniels have to make a quick decision, and I could have wrapped him up. I did not expect them to run the ball there, so I guess that's kind of on me. I could have had the tackle in the backfield. But yeah, they'll spike it. Oh, no way, dude. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, I guess they're going to score a touchdown there. I sent a blitz trying to get a Mickey sack at the end of the game. And yeah, Luke McCaffrey, I think that's Christian McCaffrey's brother, or it's his cousin. I don't know. But yeah, my DBs just run into each other. Well, I guess they also ran into a receiver there. I mean, I guess it is what it is. I'm not too mad at that. That's just something that kind of hurts the defensive stats and averages over the course of the season. So I guess we'll have to see how this onside kick goes. But Trey Tucker is able to make the recovery. And with 10 seconds to go, that is going to be game. And with 10 seconds to go, Geno Smith will kneel the ball. And that will be it. Here in Washington, we are able to pick up our 3rd win on the season. So we'll quickly go over stats and see how this game shaped out. And I think I just clicked out of the game, so we'll give it a second. So Geno Smith on the day, 231 yards, 3 touchdowns, did have the 1 interception, kind of is what it is. 63 completion percentage though, so Geno Smith, all things considered, did have a pretty good passing day. And as for rushing yards, Jane Daniels, he went off 72 yards, and ASHTON JEANTY only had 6 rushes because he was hurt. Hopefully he's back and ready to go next week. 25 yards for him, Raheem Mostert stepped up 20 yards on 10 rushes. So, I mean, the average was not that good, but he did have the 1 touchdown. He also had some receiving yards as well. Zamir White, 3 for 14. Geno Smith, 2 for 10. And as for receiving yards, Jacoby Myers, he had himself a very good game. 4 for 72. Did have the 1 very clutch touchdown that ended up sealing the game. Brock Bowers, 3 for 46. Michael Mayer, 3 for 22. Trey Tucker, 2 for 60. Also 2 touchdowns on the day for him. Jack Betch, 1 for 17. Raheem Mostert, 1 for 14. But he also had 21 run after catch yards, which doesn't really seem to make sense considering he only had 14 receiving yards. So I'm not really sure how that works out, but I guess that is something. And of course, defensive wise, we did have 2 sacks. Max Crosby and Adam Butler got in there. Interceptions wise, Darian Porter and Jamal Adams had 1. Fumbles wise, Max Crosby, he forced 2. He also recovered 1 of them. So the defense played very well today, and so did the offense, and we come out with a win. So yeah, great game all around. We take down the Commanders 31-28. But yeah, with that being said, that is going to be the end of episode number 2 of Las Vegas Raiders franchise here in Madden 26. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching all the way into the end. I really appreciate that. If you enjoyed this video, I do have some other Madden 26 franchise content up on my channel, so feel free to check that out if you are interested. But yeah, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I will see y'all next time.